After many years after Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance, the FBI continues to pursue the tiniest leads to locate his remains. Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance is a mystery that has captivated the imagination of many Americans for years now, and has even grown into national folklore. In this video, we will discuss all that has been found in Jimmy Hoffa's investigation. So let's dive right into it. To begin with, people familiar with Jimmy Hoffa's case usually ask, where is Jimmy Hoffa? Yes.
Where is he?
The once powerful and famous Teamsters Union's leader negotiated the National Master Freight Agreement, which helped more than 450,000 truck drivers. From the Detroit Historical Society archives, James Riddle Hoffa was born on February 14, 1913, in Brazil, Indiana. He expanded the Teamsters into the biggest union in the U.S., making him the leading labor organizer in the nation. He did, however, have a criminal track record. Hoffa was under federal investigation since it was known that he had ties to the mafia. He was convicted of jury tampering, attempted bribery, and fraud in 1964. He received a pardon from President Richard Nixon in 1971, requiring him to stop any union activities until 1980. But of course, he couldn't stay away from the Teamsters.
How could he?
It was, after all, a union he had built himself. Unfortunately, Jimmy Hoffa suddenly disappeared on July 30, 1975. The shock of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance was massive, and the FBI made many efforts to discover what happened to him. Everyone was shocked and had their version of the story behind Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance. Some of these stories have even become urban legends to this day, and we will soon be sharing with you what some of these urban legends are, so stay tuned. Moving on, after Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance, more than 200 FBI agents were tasked with working on the investigation in Detroit, New Jersey, and at least 4 additional locations. Over 70 volumes of documents with more than 16,000 pages were compiled during that time. On July 30, 1975, Hoffa was last seen heading to a restaurant in a Detroit suburb to rendezvous with alleged Detroit Mafia enforcer Anthony Giacalone, Tony Jack, and reputed New Jersey mob figure Anthony Provenzano, Tony Pro. Many people believe that Jimmy Hoffa, 62 at the time of his disappearance, was assassinated because his rivals suspected he was plotting a comeback for the Teamsters. In 1982, he was pronounced legally dead. Remains of him have not been located, but the FBI still hopes to clean the slate in Jimmy Hoffa's case. They trace every lead to Jimmy's remains, even to this age. We will soon share with you the FBI's most recent tips in 2021 on Jimmy Hoffa's case and the speculations in 2022. Stay tuned. The tips we give on this channel are a double package infotainment. Subscribe to this channel to get access to all our great content. Furthermore, authorities continued Jimmy Hoffa's investigations in 2003. They searched a briefcase that an informant claimed contained a syringe and potential proof that Hoffa had been injected with drugs or poison beneath an underground pool at a residence in Michigan. The FBI spent 13 days looking for Jimmy Hoffa's remains in Oakland County's Milford Township in 2006, about an hour and a half outside of Detroit. FBI officials also examined a weed-grown field north of Detroit in 2013, but nothing was found there either. Forensic anthropologists from Michigan State University and cadaver-sniffing dogs from the Michigan State Police were involved in the investigation. Ex-FBI Chief Robert Foley said in a 2013 interview that certainly we're disappointed. He further emphasized that it's at this point that we'll continue to look for logical leads and sufficient probable cause to justify the expenditure of resources on this case. While it still looks like Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance still has the FBI running all over, trying to prove that they are still the best, but they are probably tired of the search and must be screaming,
Damn you, Jimmy Hoffa!
Thumbs up if you like that the FBI still tries to solve Jimmy Hoffa's case even when they've tried and failed for over 50 years. In addition, after a deathbed confession revived optimism in solving the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa, FBI officers searched a tract of land in the U.S. state of New Jersey.
It's one of America's enduring mysteries. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? The infamous union boss, last seen in 1975 and declared dead in 82, his body never found. Every decade, new reports surface and new searches are conducted, all dead ends. Well, now it's happened again, and this time, those who've been close to the case for years say this feels different.
According to the New York Times, landfill worker Frank Coppola revealed that his father, who passed away in March 2020, had admitted to him that he had received instructions to bury Hoffa's body underground in a steel drum from an unnamed band of men. To perform a site survey underneath the Pulaski Skyway on Jimmy Hoffa's case in New Jersey, the FBI acquired a search warrant in 2021. FBI officials could not provide any information to the public since the court sealed the affidavit to secure the search warrant. Jimmy Hoffa's strange disappearance makes headlines every few years, and 2022 is no exception. Human remains have recently been discovered at Lake Mead in Nevada. Authorities reported that the body was that of a guy who had been shot, most likely between the middle of the 1970s and the beginning of the 1980s because of his shoes. A few days later, two sisters from Henderson, a Las Vegas suburb, were paddleboarding on the dry Colorado River Reservoir when they noticed bones in the lake's Coral Bay region. Authorities have not yet identified either body, but there's been wild speculation on social media linking these cases to the 1975 mysterious Jimmy Hoffa case. Since Hoffa went missing, numerous theories have surfaced, but many are connected and range from serious to outrageous. One theory holds that Anthony Prumzano Tony Pro, a purported member of the New Jersey mob, ordered the murder of Hoffa. His body was crushed into tiny pieces, transported to Florida, and dumped into a swamp. Charles Allen, a former mob hitman, was the one who told this version of the story of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance. However, the FBI could not find sufficient proof to substantiate the claim, and suspicions were aroused that Allen may have been trying to sell this story to gain financial gain. Another infamous theory claimed that Jimmy Hoffa was cremated beneath Section 107 of Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Another scenario was proposed by the 2019 movie The Irishman, which portrayed Jimmy Hoffa's persona as being shot and killed by his friend Frank Sheeran and having his body incinerated. Over the past 5 decades, investigators have combed through various locations, including fields in Detroit suburbs, the Everglades, Japan, California, the former Giant Stadium, and a landfill in Jersey City. It's been a long process, but we hope the remains of Teamster Jimmy Hoffa will be found in the years to come. Check out our video on what you need to know about the true story of the Irishman. You will love it. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon in the following video.